I didn't know it had started. Hello, friends. Look at the ironing board there. Because this man said he will iron for days and days, so he left it. He left the ironing, but I'm so tired. It was cold outside, man. It was very, very cold. But to be fair, it's reducing. It's going away. Cold is going away. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's still there. Yeah, but I have something to tell you today. I have something that I want to tell you guys about, but I have something to do as well. I don't know what to do. I want to cook and I want to talk to you. Because if I don't talk to you now, then like everything that I'll lose my train of thoughts. How did Bed Series start? Bed Series started with me having something to say and needing to say immediately. And do you know what? Let me talk about it while I cook. Is that right? Is that fine? Yeah, let me talk about it while I cook. So yeah, we've moved into the kitchen. Hang on, let me bring my chopping board. I'm sorry, you can't see what I'm doing, but you're just going to be seeing me moving around a lot. Let me get my chopping board so that I'll chop this. Where's the chopping board? Found it. Okay, let's talk. So what is it that is in my mind? What's bugging me so much that I want to talk about? It's no news that this man is the designer Karl Lagerfeld. Is that what he's called? Is that how to pronounce his name? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's not news that he's dead. And whilst his death has sparked up many condolences online, I mean, his death has also highlighted most of his controversial statements, all of those things that he used to say and post about fashion. Like, they were fashion based, but some of them were controversial. Were there some? Or like a lot of them were controversial. But yeah, why does it need to be talked about? The actress Jamila, is she an actress? Don't know what she is. Model. I think she's a model. But yeah, Jamila Jamil talked about how she said something in the lines of how he was a misogynist. Can't remember what the tweet was, but apparently, you know, like how everyone is saying, everyone is sending out their condolences and saying how, because obviously this is what happens when people die. People start talking about how much of a good person they were and this, that, and that. Anyway, you know how it goes when people die. Yeah. So Jamila said something in the lines of he was a misogynist and she's glad. Maybe so. I think someone said something and she picked it up and she took it and ran with it and said like, can I stop making sentences without like? Can I stop saying like in all my sentences? We'll try. We'll see if I stop. See my knife, very tiny thing. Anyway, yeah. So, Jamila Jamil said something about can we all stop? I'm glad someone said it. Why is everyone saying, proclaiming him as a saint gone too soon? He was a fat-shaming misogynist, something like that. And then Cara Delevingne, is that her name? Cara Delevingne? I don't know how to pronounce these people's names because I don't know. Do they know how to pronounce my name? Anyway, let's continue saying what we're saying. And then Cara Delevingne slammed Jamila for saying that obviously he has died and he's been good to people, and like, you know, what she said seemed insensitive. So that made me to start thinking about speaking about the dead. Yeah, speaking about the dead. When you speak about the dead, it's not very often that you speak about the dead in bad light. I mean, when people just die, say for example, I died today, what would you say about me? Actually, I'm thinking about dying. I'm not thinking about dying. Wait, I'll explain. I'll explain later. I'll explain. I think I'll make a separate video to explain this, so look out for that, to explain thinking about dying. I'm thinking about dying, so what? Okay. Yeah, so if someone dies today, like there are lots of people. I mean, there is no saint on this world, in this world, and we all have our shortcomings. Shout your abilities, own your flaws. Yes, we do all have our shortcomings. But when people die, yeah, like when they just die, the first thing that people do is, oh my god, he was such a good man. Oh, he did this, he did. You remember their good deeds when they die. Now, is it right to say, is it right to be happy that someone has died, like someone has passed away? I just said like again. Is it right to be happy that someone has passed away? Say, or like, is it something like, is it good riddance to bad rubbish when someone died? Do you understand? Is it right to be gloating? Yeah, that's the word. Is it right to be gloating over someone's death, over someone's departure from this earth? I mean, I don't know what happens to dead people, but I don't know. Do they know? Do they know that we're gloating over their death? Yeah. So, what was I even saying? What was the point of this conversation? Speaking ill of the dead. Speaking ill of the dead. So, if someone was a bad person, if someone was so much of a bad person, do you think that they should be called out even when they're dead? I think there are different sides to this argument, and one of the sides to this argument is that you know, the family, the people closest to the person are still mourning him. You should not make it worse. Say make it worse. Like, you should not be insensitive to hurt their feelings and say shit things about them, even if they were a shit person, even if they were so much of a bad person. You know, if they must have been good to the people that were closest to them. You know, there must have been something to, like, this man was someone's father. He was someone. Can we talk about the cats? The cat that he nicely left so much money for in his will. Is that cat single? Someone tell me if that cat is single. Yeah, tell me if the cat is single, because I'm single as well. Okay, so no. Let's get serious and talk. I have to stop. I have to face this thing. I'm cooking. I'm busy, but I have to face the camera and talk and say what I want to say. But see, what was I even saying? I was talking about speaking ill of the dead. Yeah, so when people die, there are people that are closest to them, their friends, their family, and I'm sure these people, you know, if say, okay, Hitler, for example, Hitler was such a bad person. Hitler was such a terror, yeah. But did he have a wife? No, but I'm sure there are people that there were people that fought on Hitler's side. Hello. There were people that fought on Hitler's side. So there were people that he was a hero to. There were people that liked what he was doing. Now, it doesn't mean that what he was doing is good, or that those people are good to like what he was doing. If Hitler had a wife, someone tell me if Hitler had a wife. But you know, like the worst person on earth has family, has people closest to them, and I'm sure even in their worst ways, even when they're doing all the things, all the evil that they're doing, I don't think their family is very proud or is the proudest of them. So I'm just going to use the bin. I don't think their family is so proud of them when they're doing all those things that they do. Do you understand? A loss is a loss at the end of the day. No matter how bad people were, a loss is a loss. So I feel like Jamila should have at least respected his family, not him, like not his person. his memory, what his memory would hold for his family and people that held him dear. She should have respected that. And you know, the timing, I think the timing is just so wrong for what she had to say about him. And the other point of the argument is that this man was a very rich man, and it would seem that he was so rich in life, and because he was so rich, he had so much influence, and he was rich, and we all know money does things for people. Money, sorry, the camera is shaking because I just moved it. We all know that money makes the world go round. Money makes the world go round. Yeah, with money you have so much influence. So it would seem that because he had so much money, and you know, it seems in the world that people that have so much money at their dispense are not the greatest of human beings. Unfortunately, that's what money does to people. I mean, there are people with so much money that are fantastic people, but some people have made it seem otherwise. Yeah, so this man had so much money. It would seem that when he was alive, he could say whatever he wanted because he was so influential and had so much money. He could say whatever he wanted to say. And then now that he's not even here, he still has this influence that people are eulogizing him, you know. I don't know. Is this a good point? Is it? Tell me what you think. Tell me, really. I don't have all the answers. I never have all the answers. But yeah, I don't have all the answers. What I think is just my opinion. I really would like to hear your opinions on this. And then another point of the argument is, if someone was bad, if someone did something wrong when they were alive, and unfortunately they are no more with us, should we just keep quiet about the things that they did wrong? I'm sure there were people that didn't even agree with Carl when he was alive. Yeah? So just because he's dead, should everybody just shut up just because he's dead? I mean, I feel like the fact that he's dead should not keep everybody quiet. Do you understand? Should not keep everybody mute. Just because, don't speak about the dead. I have things to do. Just because, I'm sorry guys. I just have things to do and I cannot really just stand and start talking. And then in this same vein, Michael Jackson is there. He's dead, yeah? He was such a prominent figure. Like everybody who didn't love Michael Jackson, who did not know about Michael Jackson's song. I just said who did not. Just reminded myself of somebody. Who did not? So who did not know about Michael Jackson? Like, he was so, like, in fact, there is no need to explain about Michael Jackson. We all know what Michael Jackson was about and who he was about. But now, apparently, there's going to be a documentary on how Michael Jackson abused young boys. And in this documentary, apparently, there were, like, these boys, there were witness statements. The people that he abused have come out to talk, to speak openly about it. And this documentary is going to be out soon. But Michael Jackson is no more. The dead are not here to defend themselves when anything is said about them. Michael Jackson is no more. And I think I heard that his family is not happy with this documentary being aired about him. But like I said, the dead are no more. The dead are not here to speak for themselves. He's no more. But then, should people shut up? Like, abuse is such a bad thing. We all know what abuse is in our world of today. And not just in our world of today. I say in our world of today because it's getting the it's getting the attention that it deserves. It's it's a very, very, very bad thing. It's a very, very serious issue. So should they just shut up about it because what, Michael Jackson is dead? Because he's not alive? I mean, if you don't want your memories to be things like this, if you don't want to be talked about badly when you're dead, be a good person when you're alive, or even try. We're not all good people, but we all don't go out abusing young boys. Do you understand what I mean? Like, no disrespect to Michael Jackson's family or to his death, or like to anybody that loves Michael Jackson. I mean, okay, let me stop talking about Michael. But just generally, people die, and when people die, they will be remembered for both their good and their bad deeds. I think what I'm going to say to conclude this long one discussion is that when people die, you'll be remembered for your good and your bad deeds. We all need to know that in life, and the family of the dead need to know that their dead were not perfect. So if their dead were notoriously bad, they'll be talked about. The bad things they did, but they will be talked about, being that they knew when they were alive that it was so bad. Like, what they were doing were not good, or the bad things that they were doing were not good. But at the same time, I think other people should also respect memories of the dead. Not the person, not the particular person that is dead, but just their memories and what their memories hold for the people that love them and the people that cared for them. I think this argument is even expanding more, because then I'm thinking, for example, the people that are coming to speak up about being abused by Michael Jackson. Do you know, like, you say respect their memories for the sake of their family members. What about how they feel? What about how deeply hurt they were? What about what that person did to them? Do you understand? It's a big argument, but yeah, I think that's all I have to say about speaking ill of the dead. Comment if you have anything to say. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me if you agree with me or if you don't agree with me. And let me go back to my cooking. I'll talk to you guys again another time. Thank you for stopping by. Please like, share, subscribe. What else do they do? Like, share, subscribe, comment. Bye guys. Bye, friends.